If you thought 30% tax on crypto gains was bad, well, Indian investors will not like hearing this. Not like hearing what one of the most influential members of the country's parliament thinks about where India should go with crypto. Welcome to the Daily Forkast, April 6th, 2022. I'm Angie Lau, editor-in-chief of Forkast, covering all things blockchain. While the Indian government still hasn't legalized cryptocurrency, it has imposed a raft of taxes on it. And now, in an exclusive interview with Forkast, Sushil Modi, former deputy chief minister of Bihar and member of the ruling party BJP, says the government needs to take things a whole lot further. We're going to take a look at that story, plus a whole lot more coming up. Let's get you up to speed from Asia to the world.
Join thousands of NFT traders who already start their day on CryptoSlam.
But first, let's kick off with a big takeover deal in Asia today. South Korea pivoting its crypto ambitions, looking to grow beyond innovating just at home. The South Korean internet giant Kakao has bought a major stake in the Japanese crypto exchange Sakura Exchange Bitcoin, or SEBC. Kakao Picoma, which is Kakao Group's Japanese subsidiary that specializes in digital comics, has acquired the majority of the exchange's shares, including all of what was owned by SEBC Holdings. Osaka-based SEBC is one of 30 digital asset exchanges registered under Japan's Financial Services Agency. Now, in a statement, Kakao Picoma said the companies will build an economy using crypto assets and blockchain technology and aggressively expand into the Web3 domain. Detailed numbers regarding the takeover have not been revealed, but Kakao Group announced today that its Beyond Korea plan involves Japan as key to a pivot to gain 30% of its revenue from overseas by 2025. More to come, no doubt, from Asia. Meanwhile, more sanctions from the U.S. in response to the crisis in Ukraine. The U.S. Treasury Department has sanctioned what it called the world's largest and most prominent darknet market based in Russia, along with a cryptocurrency exchange associated with ransomware activities. Hydra Market offered illicit ransomware and hacking software, while the related crypto exchange Garantex handled around $6 million worth of illicit transactions for the Russian ransomware gang Conti, according to authorities. German police also confirmed that they have shut down Hydra services in the country and seized 543 Bitcoins worth around $25 million. Now, the Treasury's move reinforces its recent efforts to cut Russia from channels that could potentially be used to evade sanctions. It said that around 86% of the illicit Bitcoin received via Russian crypto exchanges in 2019 came from Hydra. You can find those stories and more at Forkast.News. Over in India, a Forkast exclusive to share with you now. As India struggles to determine its crypto future with 30% tax levied on transactions, while the legal status of cryptocurrencies remain unclear, we got a very candid, exclusive interview with one of the senior members of parliament, Sushil Modi, part of the ruling BJP party, who was clear about one thing: to make life hell for crypto investors. Forkast's Pradipta Mukherjee with her exclusive interview.
Sushil Kumar Modi, a member of India's upper house of parliament and a member of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, told Forkast that India should impose a higher tax on cryptocurrency gains. He proposes as much as 50% capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies and digital assets. The 70-year-old member of parliament had earlier proposed for India to raise the tax on crypto income to more than 30%, which is the flat rate that kicked in with the new crypto law last week. The new law also does not allow investors to offset crypto losses with gains made elsewhere, and it will deduct a 1% tax at source on every transaction starting July 1st. Modi said all these moves are geared towards nipping the Indian cryptocurrency industry in the bud.
And the government has not said in so many words that crypto is like a gambling. It is like a lottery. It is like a casino. It is like a horse racing. In all these things, the tax rates are very high.
In addition to the existing capital gains tax on crypto, Modi wants the government to impose a 28% goods and services tax, or GST, on the entire value of crypto transaction, similar to the existing GST imposed on gambling services. Currently, an 18% GST is levied on services provided by crypto exchanges, as they are categorized as financial services. However, despite all these taxes, the Indian government has been clear that taxation does not mean legalization, and Modi agrees.
So Government of India should not be in a hurry. They should take their own time, and they should come out with a consultation paper. And one thing is very clear, like El Salvador or like Ukraine, Government of India is not going to legalize. It will not be treated as a legal tender, as a fiat currency.
The Indian government's view on the asset class and the industry has prompted a flight of investors, mostly its talented and young, to crypto-friendly countries. But Modi is not concerned at all.
Government want to make life hell of those people who are investing in cryptos. That is the bottom line. That is the main thrust of the entire taxing.
For Forkast, I am Pradipta Mukherjee, Kolkata, India.
Metaverse is the buzzword today. Zilliqa launched its metaverse over the weekend, while Shiba Inu will be selling over 100,000 land plots on its metaverse. And Johan Kalpu, VP Chief Marketing Officer of CryptoSlam, joins us right now to discuss that and a whole lot more. What's going on in this space, Johan? It's the metaverse. It's exploding. The real estate is infinite.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Angie. It definitely is infinite. When we can create things that are digital, there needs to be a supply cap, and I think some projects are definitely thinking about that. But like you said, it's digital, so they can be infinite land plots, infinite amount of supply. So it's really critical that projects announce the limited supply of the land plots.
Well, let's talk about Zilliqa's native coin ZIL, quadrupled in value ahead of the launch of Metapolis, its metaverse, which they describe as a service platform. What do you make of their offering?
Yeah, I think it's great. So what they're doing is they are providing the protocol and the infrastructure for people to come and here's a metaverse, just give us the ideas and here's a platform for it. And I think there's definitely a market for that and definitely a use case for that as we see many communities find home in the digital world.
We're also hearing details about SHIB, the Metaverse, the VR project developed by the team behind the popular meme coin. Johan, they're selling 100,000 land plots in 4 phases. But interestingly, the sales will be priced in ETH and not in native Shiba Inu tokens. That's kind of intriguing.
Yeah, I guess the deal is, or the potential, I think, for them is to create a long tail effect of people adopting their metaverse, and that would eventually have some need for owning SHIB, I would suspect. So whether it's an in-game part of it, but bringing ETH holders into it, I think is the big win here, because adoption is probably what they need the most. These meme coins are definitely sticking with the M word and going straight from meme to metaverse, right? So it seems like a natural fit.
Legacy banks trying to decipher this new alternate reality. Citi describes the metaverse as the next generation of the internet, and that gaming would be a key use case for the next few years at least. They also said it would be worth as much as $13 trillion by 2030. I mean, CryptoSlam is in the market pretty much from, the inception. What's your view on the growth that the space has experienced to date and where it's going? You think it's going to be 13 trillion by 2030?
Well, that's a huge number, and what it tells me is that human behavior is moving digital. I look at some of the kids today who are playing Minecraft and Roblox and spending a lot of time on their building. What they're doing is they're starting in a metaverse, and it's just a matter of putting that on the infrastructure rails that support decentralized open metaverses, and also having that economy there where you can trade in-game items digitally and things that you can own and transfer them to different stacks or different environments. It's really a natural way for projects to sort of monetize their project, but also creativity as well. Creativity is just going off the the chain. It's just actually on the chain, but off the chain in terms of the amount of creativity that's coming out from people. And I have no doubt that we'll see a huge increase in the dollars that go here. I just don't know. I wouldn't be able to comment on the 13 trillion number, but if an expert like Citi is saying that, I certainly would agree with them.
I think you just created a meme for yourself. On-chain growth is off the chain. Yeah. I love it. I think that's
off the hook. I should have said off the hook.
Off the hook. Okay. You're gonna own this meme, and it might be an ETH or Shiba Inu, it might be an NFT. Who knows? This is that space. Johan, thanks for joining today.
Thanks, Angie. It was a pleasure again.
And that's the Daily Forecast. We bring you what you need to know about the world of blockchain and crypto and so much more from our vantage point right here in Asia. For more, visit Forkast.News. I'm Editor-in-Chief Angie Lau. Until the next time.